when people often think about sales, the first thing they think of is the phone and cold calling. Sometimes people think about telemarketing. I actually do try to not use the word telemarketing. I see it as the phone is one way to communicate with people, right? And you might do a cold call, which is calling people cold that don't know who you are. But I don't like the phrase telemarketing. But the phone is definitely one way that you can try to communicate with potential prospects. Of course, email, and that email is one way to communicate. Email is probably your preferable way. A lot of times when you try to call people, in fact, the majority of the time when you try to call people, you're going to, and the most likely thing to happen is you get someone's voicemail box. So it is one way to communicate. It's not a great way, but it is one channel that you have for communicating with people. Of course, social media. Search engine optimization. I talked a little bit about search engine optimization earlier. If you are not knowledgeable about search engine optimization, it's basically getting Google. Really, anytime someone talks about search engine optimization, they're talking about Google, right? There's other search engines out there, but it's all about Google. So as you know, if you've done any Google search, you know that there's some ads at the top and everything below that are Google's results. Google basically tries to send people that are searching on a phrase to the most valuable resource on that topic. Google wants to be the best search engine, and the best search engine is to send people to the best match for what they're looking for. So there are things you can do to make Google think that you're a great resource for keywords related to your business. For example, that's what I did when I had a sales consulting business, and I rolled that knowledge and that practice into SalesScripter. I basically, with SalesScripter, it's real simple, right? I created tons of content on sales scripts, and I have the word sales script in my domain name. So it was very soon, it didn't take long for Google to see us as experts on sales scripts. So Google sends us, right now, I mean, on average, probably 1,000 people a day for free on keywords related to sales scripts, telemarketing scripts, cold call scripts, all that. So if you are a startup and your budget is low and you have time and bandwidth, you can work on search engine optimization. I'm not a search engine optimization expert, but one thing that I believe in improving search engine optimization is creating content. Because Google kind of sees the more content that you have on keywords related to your business, the more of an authority you are. Pay-per-click advertising is a much quicker way to get traffic to your website. You probably are knowledgeable about what pay-per-click advertising is, but with search engine optimization, it can take some time, not only in terms of time for your efforts to bear fruit, but it can also take time and effort to invest in those efforts. Pay-per-click advertising, you can set up an ad in 30 minutes and drive traffic to your website. The good thing is that you only pay for traffic that comes to your website. The downside is it is a cost. So if you're in startup mode, that can be a challenge. Maybe you don't have the funding for that, but if you do, I would encourage it. Email marketing. When I talked about email before, I was referring to like prospecting emails and one-to-one communications, although you can do prospect emailing on a larger scale. But email marketing is more like, messages from your business and whatnot. So I would work on getting some sort of channel set up for that as a way to communicate. Networking. I personally think networking is one of the best ways to establish your business, secure early stage or early adopters, early clients, and grow your business. Cold walking, it doesn't hurt. Of course, you can pick up the phone and call someone, but you could walk into the office building of a prospect, and it is something you can do. Physical mail, in today's world, it's all about email. So, but you know what? You can send a professional letter to someone as well. You could basically, if you create a prospecting email message, and by the way, I'm going to give you some examples here today of email messages that you can create and use. Those same exact emails you can print out, put on your letterhead for your business, fold it up, put in an envelope, and also send that to your prospect. it's a low probability type of effort, and it's more time consuming than an email. But when you're really trying to surround someone and do a multi-touch approach, physical mail is definitely something to consider. And direct mail, I'm just putting in here to kind of round out the list. Direct mail is sending direct marketing, physical marketing pieces to someone's mailbox. Probably not a fit for most startups, but in today's day and age, it's probably not real advantageous, but I'm just putting it out there as one channel. So these are the different ways that you can communicate.